Here's how to play as Dr. Doom in the Day of Doom LTM every single time. I'm not too sure how much hate I'm going to get for this video, but if it helps you, subscribe and let me know in the comments down below. So I'm just going to go in order of all the techniques I've been using, but the first technique is to know which team you're on. If you're on Henchman, it will highlight blue in the top right, so you don't need to leave the game. If you're on Heroes, back out and research until you're on Henchman. Now you're on the Henchman team, you need to identify the quickest artifact to collect. The way Doom works, whoever collects the first artifact gets the first Doom, whoever collects the second artifact becomes the Doom again, etc, etc. So here we are. Let me show you guys some techniques on how to collect these artifacts super easily and beat the Heroes team to them every single time. So you dive from the bus, pull your glider straight away. You need to do this so you get the height and stay in the middle of the circle. Now you need to identify where the artifact is coming in. Here we have the first one and the second one. Whichever one is furthest away from their bus is usually the best one to get, depending on your position. You have to judge this in the moment. It all is down to your judgment this. So you got to think, which one are they going to be going to, the Heroes, most likely? In this case, I can see the one on the left is almost at the ground, way ahead of the one above, so most of the heroes are probably going to be going for that. And if you look down there, there's a lot of heroes going for it already. However, the one back over there is right at the back where their bus came in, at the edge of the circle. Most of them are probably diving for the middle of the circle. It's least likely that any heroes are going for this, so I decided to bail the first one and go for the back one. Here I use the shockwave and sprint jump technique and then a slide. Hopefully you can keep running and wait for your shockwave to charge. Again, slide down hills to get as much movement speed as possible. Here I can see another opponent on my team coming in as well, but I'm going to beat him to it because I know I'm good with shockwaves. Get the sprint jump in, perfect with the shockwave, land in, and then hold X on the artifact and you can get it. Now I'll show you guys some techniques of cancelling other people from getting it in a second, which is quite toxic. I've been using it and I'll show you guys that in a second. So here you go, I can see I get Doom. There we have it, Doom in this game. Now another technique you can use if you want to get Doom again and have multiple lives, if you collect the second artifact, which is this one here. Here I'm collecting the second artifact in the game. I've collected it there, so now I've collected the first two. Now I'm Doom currently, and I'm going to let someone eliminate me to show you guys this works. So I'm gonna let this Iron Man dude eliminate me. Go on, take me out, take me out. There we are. Okay, so I've been eliminated as Doom, but I collected the second artifact as Doom. Now, if I want to play as Doom multiple times in the same game, this is the best way of doing it. So you've got Doom the first time, and now you're gonna get him again. So you can see I'm a henchman. Takes a little bit of time to Doom to reset, but give it a little bit of time, and you'll get the Mega Doom in a second. Here you can see I'm in here, just using my pistol. The pistol's pretty effective if you want to do that, but give it a few seconds, and suddenly you are the next Doom. So give it a sec. I'm missing a few shots. That's okay. Just aiming with my AR. All right, here we go. And there we are, fighting this guy. And suddenly, I transition into Doom, and boom, I'm the Doom again in the second time in the same game. So really a cool technique if you want to be Doom every single time, if you feel like you're going to die multiple times. But there you are, we have him again in the same game. Kind of a funny technique. And if you want to go again, go for the artifact again, get it for a third time, and you'll get 3 lives with Doom if you want to. This next technique I want to show you guys is actually rocket riding the artifact, or possibly hitting it in the air as well if you want to do that, depending on the situation. So again, pull your glider in the middle of the circle, get as much height as possible. This is crucial every single time so you can get that judgment, which one are the heroes going to most likely, and obviously get that perfect judgment. So here I pull it, I see the artifact coming on my left, I instantly start gliding down to it, and I know this is probably going to be a bit of a risky one to get, but then suddenly the one behind it is super close to it. So most likely the heroes, you can see the middle line on the map at the top right as well where the split is, so now you're at the middle point. Heroes could be here as well, depending on where their bus come in. Obviously buses come in late sometimes, so you got to judge where the bus is coming in. But here you go, here comes the artifact. If you get it perfectly timed with your glider on top of the artifact here, which is I'm going to do right now, you can actually rocket ride it in if you've not got your glider deployed, get down to the ground straight away. You've beaten everyone down to the ground, and you can take that artifact instantly. Difficult to do, but if you get it perfect, you can grab it. You don't even need to build a box around it because most of the heroes haven't landed in at this point. And there you go again, I'm Doom. I see the second one over there. I'm going to go for that as well to try and get the double Doom. Let's move on to another technique I want to show you guys as well. So this technique allows you to actually cause the artifact to instantly fall to the ground wherever you hit it in the air. So if you get a perfect glide in, which is what I'm doing here, hit the artifact in the air, it'll instantly fall to the ground straight down there and no longer dive in. It's hard to see where it's falling, but you can see it is falling here. It's right above me. If you look at the map as well, it is coming down slowly. You can't actually see it falling. It can be difficult to identify in the sky, but eventually it will spawn in. Unfortunately, I do get eliminated by the henchmen, and I've probably helped the henchmen here more than the heroes. I wasn't the hero team, but this is just for a demonstration to show you guys that you can hit it mid-air, and you can see it has landed there on the map by doing that technique, and it can be effective to use that as well depending on the situation. Now we're getting into the toxic side of collecting the artifact. This can be really annoying. I don't know if I should be showing this or not, but here you go. Place a cone and you'll cancel someone collecting the artifact. How annoying is that? So you can see this guy collecting it. I placed the cone and it's really effective. Now if you want to avoid this, get in a position where a cone cannot be placed, like underneath, like here, and this will stop you from getting the cancellation. Also, when you're collecting the artifact, you can shoot, which could help you if opponents are attacking you. Use this as a technique and to your advantage to get doom every time. And after a bit of time, if you don't collect it, it will respawn as well. Cool. 3 tips there very quickly. Now the next one I want to show you guys is how to steal doom off someone that already has doom. So here I'm collecting the second artifact in the game, which means I will be the second doom in the game if my doom teammate gets eliminated. Now what you've got to do is identify where your doom teammate is, because you need to steal his eliminations to stop him from getting the siphon. I know, super toxic, but I've been doing this. It's a really good way of getting doom if you want to be him every single time. So here we've got a doom teammate. Now if the doom isn't that good, then you're basically going to be able to steal all his eliminations, or at least steal a few of them, which is what I did in this round here. I've been doing this in a few games. I stole a few and eventually he got eliminated. So doom's been taken out, which means stealing his eliminations guarantees me the doom for the second time. Doom's been taken out. I got the second artifact, collected it second, so I know that once I respawn, eventually the game will give me doom. So here you go. It's going to give me doom in a second. Give it a second to load. Here you can see it's loading in. Give it a few seconds and eventually it should give me that doom. I've stolen a bunch of eliminations and there we are. Doom has returned. I am doom. Now let me show you guys why this works quite effectively, because doom's siphon itself isn't designed to actually help the doom really that well. Here you can see I'm fighting a few opponents and your shield regens, but your health doesn't. So if you're stealing eliminations, this is what happened to me in this game here. A lot of people were stealing my eliminations and I couldn't get the siphon. Look how low my HP is right now. Here I'm basically a few shots away from being eliminated as doom, and I'm luckily enough able to get a few eliminations in to get my shield back up to stay alive as doom. Super effective technique to do. You need to make sure you are doing this to get that siphon. Obviously it can be hard to do. Now the final one I want to show you guys is a dive in across the map. This one is just another dive in, a demonstration, but can be a little bit complicated depending on your situation. So here we've got 2 artifacts going towards the opponent's bus, which you can see coming in. So they're going away from us and we've got to decide which one's going to hit the ground first or last. Which one would you go for in this situation? We've got the first one going in for roughly around the middle and the second one going towards the back. Now technically a lot of the heroes will probably go for that back one because that's where they're coming in, but the first one's landed quite early, which means most of them are probably diving to the middle, so they've probably gone for that one. So I'm thinking the back one could be a good choice. Now in this situation here you can see there's a lot of heroes already at the left, and the back one also, you can see a lot of fighting going on over there. The back one is probably going to have heroes as well. So this is a game I just wanted to demonstrate. Again, this was what I did here, and it's very difficult to pull off, but I dived in nicely, and I can actually see I've got 3 heroes here. Most people, even myself, on average, wouldn't win this fight, but I decided to go in, take on a few of the heroes. I take down 1, take down 2. There's 1 hero left. Use your shockwave to get up in the air to take advantage to the height using the doom stuff, and there you are. I take out all 3 and take the artifact and get doom. Again, the chances of the average person doing this is rare, but it can happen. I'm just proving that both games you could get heroes at both, which makes it hard, especially with one like that. But if you get lucky and you choose the quieter one, you might get it. If this video helps you at any point, consider subscribing and popping in code POST to your item shop. This is something that I thought I'd just express for you guys because I know a lot of people will probably want to play as doom, and this is a technique I've been doing every game to get it.